Welcome again in our online course through which we will try to understand or to shed light on some grammatical issues in German language. See here, as you can see here, that I have prepared a text here through which we can discover or shed light, as it is said before, some grammatical rules, and with the sense that we will try here to analyze this text linguistically. Let's get started. Okay, before I can start analyzing this text linguistically, I would like to read the text firstly, and we'll try to explain something about the words that we have in German language that we have in this small text, which consists of 3 sentences. Let's read this text. Der Mann, dessen Auto rot ist, hat einen Termin 10 Uhr beim Arzt in Magen. Sein Bauch tut seit Tagen weh. Muss dringend beim Arzt untersucht werden. As you can see here, that we have this small text or this small paragraph, let's say small paragraph, which consists of 3 sentences. The first sentence is der Mann, dessen Auto rot ist, hat einen Termin 10 Uhr beim Arzt in Magen. The second sentence, sein Bauch tut seit Tagen weh. The third sentence, muss dringend beim Arzt untersucht werden. But first of all, before we can analyze these sentences that we have here in this small text or paragraph, so I have to mention that we have different part of speech or types of words in German language, and as I have prepared or written down here, that we have a number of words. For example, we have articles, nouns, verbs, prepositions, adverbs, pronoun, conjunctions, and so on and so on. I give you just a small idea about that. For example, we have here in the small sentence, der Mann. Der Mann is a noun. Der is a definite article known as bestimmte Artikel. Dessen is an article in the case of genitive. Auto is a noun again, and we have here des. This is genitive because the original article of das Auto is a car, is das. That's why we changed das to this, because we have here a genitive case, and we have here an adjective, rot, red. Is a verb which is conjugated in present, in simple present. The sense that is a verb sein, okay, because conjugated according to the noun that we have here is a singular. Okay, hat is another verb from the verb haben in present tense. Einen is unbestimmte Artikel in the case of accusative. Then we have here Termin is a noun. Termin is masculine. That's why we put einen, because we have here accusative form. When we have a preposition, again, we have a number, we have a noun, we have a preposition and an article, which we have here some kind of contraction between a preposition and a noun. Normally we can say by them arts, but we have here contraction, a kind of contraction. That's why we conject it with it together. Then we have a preposition. Then we have here Mark. Mark is a city in the west of Germany. Okay. The second one is sein. Sein here, sein here in this case is a possessive pronoun. Bauch, sein, it means his. Bauch, it's a belly. His belly means we refer here to the man, the belly of the man. Tut seit Tagen weh. Here is very important to be mentioned here. So we have tut and we have weh. That is one verb, but we separate it. This is a special thing in German language. So we have some verbs that are known as trennbare, untrennbare Verben. Also trennbare Verben, separable verbs that must be separated within the main sentence. If we have a main sentence, we have to separate it. In contrary, if we have another kind of sentence, for example, Nebensatz or subordinate or dependent clause, so we have to put it together. But in the main sentence that we have here, so we have to separate it into 2 parts. The first part is here, tut, and the same part is weh. Okay. Okay. Let's talk about the third sentence. The third sentence, muss dringend beim Arzt untersucht werden. We have here different grammatical rules. We have here, for example, this is a main clause. This is a main sentence or main clause. Then we have here it's a personal pronoun. We have muss, this is modal verb as any other language. Then we have dringend, that is an adverb. Beim Arzt, as I said before here, that we have here preposition by, and plus article in the case of dative, because we use this by in the case with this kind of prepositions only with dative cases. That's why we change der to them. That's why we have by them. Art is a noun. Untersucht werden, das ist participle of we have here a passive case, and the passive case is we have to work with werden, the verb werden. That's why. So it must obligatory checked by from the doctor, for example. This is in passive form. Okay, this sentences. Let's talk a little bit about it linguistically in order to see what kind of sentences that we have here. So here, in the first sentence, we have here two kinds of sentences. We have a main sentence or a main clause, and we have a subordinate clause or a dependent clause. We have the main clause is der Mann hat einen Termin um 10 Uhr beim Arzt in Marl. This is the main clause. The subordinate or dependent clause is dessen Auto rot ist. So we give here more information about the man that we have here in this sentence. That's why. So we have here, as you can see here, that the verb of the main clause or dependent clause must be put at the very end of the sentence, because this is noun. This kind of sentence is known as Nebensatz. That's why we put the verb at the very end of the sentence. But in main clause, so we put it in its own place. Okay. The second one, sein Bauch tut seit Tagen weh. This is a main clause again. So we have here subject. Sein Bauch tut is a verb. Seit is a preposition. Tagen is a noun, and weh it belongs to the verb weh tun. This is the main clause. Okay. As you know, that in any sentence, we must have at least a subject and a verb and in any sentence in order to consider it as a sentence, because it depends on the verb. Sometimes we have other things, for example, object or prepositions, preposition, object, and so on and so on. But at least in any sentence, we must have a subject and a verb according to the verb. If we have a transitive verb, we have intransitive verb, it's different thing. Okay. This is very important to be mentioned here. The second one we have, as I have mentioned, at least we must have a subject. We have here subject, he, muss. Here we have modal verb. We have here two, these are verbs, muss, untersucht werden. That's why this is special in German language. We have modal verb here. That's why we put the other verb, the other two verbs, we have put it at the end of the sentence, because we put the modal verb at the very beginning of the sentence. That's all what I wanted to say in this small analysis, and I hope that you understand some grammatical issues. I know this is a little bit complicated for some people to understand it, but I try just to simplify it and to do it quickly in 5 or 7 minutes in order to discuss about it with some details in the future. Okay, I hope that you have enjoyed this video, and see you in the next video in order to analyze other sentences, and you have enjoyed, as I have said before, enjoyed this video, and see you in the next video. Thank you very much. Thank you.